The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hi, I'm your host, Miranda. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side. We are coming to you live from TV, Channel 8 in Quincy, Massachusetts. Our loved ones are gone but not forgotten and just a thought away. The lines are now open, so feel free to call if you would like a spirit reading. In the meantime, I have a very special guest and two very special guests with me tonight, Jen and Vanessa. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm going to get going with you guys right away, if that's okay, because I do have people that are around you, and her people are trying to outspeak your people.
It might be the same people.
It's really funny. And but there's two men around you, so it might get a little confusing with the information that you're getting. But once somebody understands, just answer yes if I understand, no if you don't understand. Because I have two dads, and a grandfather that's here too, actually. And not only was there one person that passed away and had a massive stroke, but two of them. I'm feeling that there was another person in the family that died of a massive stroke as well. You might have to do some hunting if you don't understand that. But the one that did passed away, the father that did pass away from the massive stroke, there were heart issues with somebody. I'm feeling my heart with somebody. I don't know if you're understanding this, Vanessa, so far. But yes, and I'm going up at the height because I'm not too tall myself, so everybody above me is tall, but I'm not getting overly taller with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The dark brown hair, the brown eyes, everything. He was built when he was young and stuff like that, or somebody's dad was built. I don't know if I'm with you or with Jen still, but this is how it's coming in. But you didn't know him that way, you know what I'm saying? So you might have to go home and look at family pictures. He's funny. He's saying, I'm just glad that I can do stuff, and you know the women are looking at me again, because he was one of your dads was a looker. One of your dads was very. Was it you, Jen?
Yeah, my dad was.
Yeah, he was very handsome, very dashing, very. Somebody had heart issues. I'm feeling hot.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, I have to think.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just have them back off because I'm feeling a grandfather that had.
He had cancer.
Heart trouble with. Okay, your dad is being quite comical though. And but you didn't see that side of him. A lot of you did see that side of him.
Yeah, they did.
And he's being quite comical. But I can breathe a lot better. My crossing was very quick. When I did cross over, one of your dads was very quick with his crossing in the end. When he did cross over. That you, Jen?
Yes.
Okay. He said, surprise. I went up with a bang. He's doing the thing, saying that to me like that. If that makes sense to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, because it all happened so fast. By the time, there was nothing anybody could do for him. But he did, live a little bit, but it was just so fast. It was quick. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
But he's happy because I have all my good looks back when I was younger. I have my head of hair back now. I don't have to go, because one of the dads went looking for his comb. And when somebody's dad also...
My father.
That's your dad? Because he said, I have my hair back. And
he still was a little bald, but he always take the comb and comb his hair.
Don't give me, see?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like I always say to you guys at home, don't give me any information. But he'd pull the comb out and stuff like that, and just, had pretended that's to me the special piece of validation, even though she gave some of it to me. And they're reading, but he's doing fine. He caught up with his dad over on the other side, because they were very close. Military with one of them. Somebody served in the service. Was that you,
My
Vanessa?
dad, my father's dad. My grandfather.
Your father served in the service. He's saluting you from the other side. Very proud man. You know what I'm saying? But did the best he could do. And that would make sense to you with your dad and everything like that, because it was kind of like this and this was, you know, with the closeness and stuff like that with him. They get very personal with me and stuff. I'm sorry, but your dad, he's just, you know, his energy is outpowering your dad right now. But that would make sense too with everything. But your dad is so funny. He said, and somebody smoked.
My dad did.
Your dad smoked?
A long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's here smoking up a storm. Because I'm smelling smoke in the studio.
Really?
And I'm going, but he couldn't always he didn't always smoke. But he, you know, when he was younger, he did. So you have to do some checking about that. But that's going to make sense. And you can say, oh my God, son of a gun, she was right again.
I used to hide them.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And the women loved him. The women totally.
He did, yes.
The cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm talking about, because he's sharing his memories with me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting there going, but he won't stop making me laugh. And one of the dads is eating all his favorite foods again. I can eat my favorite foods without worrying about, you know, my cholesterol.
Oh, so my dad probably couldn't eat.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you,
Yeah.
Vanessa? Oh yeah, because he's happy. He's like, you know, like a big teddy bear. Does that make sense to you when he just in the very end, like I'm having somebody that's around me that's a little heavy set, but your dad is eating up a storm and I'm getting back with him, so you got to back off and wait.
He likes to
But
talk.
he's eating up a storm, but he used to sneak his favorite foods.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody's dad, I was seeing this earlier today because I was seeing coins on the floor. Somebody would lose money. And you might have to think about that one, because it made it a point where my kids actually went over to see if the quarters on the floor, but there's something about quarters. So I have to give that. If not, if somebody else's dad is here with me in the studio and they used to lose money because it got to the point where both of my guys went to look and get the quarter off the floor and it wasn't there, so I just have to put that out there with somebody else's dad that's very short and very little in stature. And your dad said, your dad, Vanessa, he said he had a little bit of unfinished business just before he crossed, if that's making sense to you. Not a lot, but just, you know, left some things, you know, undone before he passed away. Do you understand
Yes.
this? I'm glad. He said, and it takes a lot for Spirit to say this, but he is apologizing. But you needed to hear that, or somebody in the family needs to hear that. And that does make sense to you.
Yes.
And he's saying, thank you for being there for me, though. Because he's starting to speak clearer with me.
Wow.
With the speech issues.
Yes,
Would get him very, very frustrated.
Oh, boy.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Goosebumps.
That he couldn't talk. And because he used his voice a lot. And I'm going to give you this. You might have to think about it. But he said he felt like he was being punished because of, you know, the way he used to speak.
Yes.
I have to, if that makes sense. And that's just his way of giving you that special piece of validation that I'm around. But he's saying, with being able to speak clearer, I am so, so sorry. You know, and everything like that with all of what he put your family through. And that would make sense. They get very personal with me, so if they get personal, you don't want to hear anything, just let me know.
Okay.
He's saying, it just used to frustrate me because I see him going like this with stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because this is them working through me with everything that's coming through with your dad. And he used to get so when he used to get frustrated, it was just because of what he had for his illness and stuff like that. And he was frustrated when he lost his independence to walk, and somebody with the walk, and I wish I had some tissue, but
That's fine.
Oh, wait a sec. Here you go.
No, I actually have one in my pocket.
But yeah, and I just want to give this to you.
Sure.
Tears are good. It's okay. It's healing. But yeah, he's saying, so that was like part of, you know, his issues, because he had his problem for a while with, you know, what he was going through with his suffering too, and he had his own demons inside. And you would understand that too.
I would understand that.
And stuff like that. I'm just glad I don't need help with things with breathing anymore. Because somebody needed help with breathing. That makes
My
sense
dad,
to
yeah.
you?
My dad,
Because he's
too.
just so glad.
Yeah.
both
Want
of
to see
our
the
dads.
oxygen tank? You know what I'm saying? They put this oxygen aside and said, "Thank you for helping me pass with dignity."
Oh, yeah.
He wants to thank everybody for their care, because he felt like he didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But you would understand that too with your
Yes.
dad. He was a little strict too. I have to give that to you too, and that would make a lot of sense too. But that's how he was brought up with his family, with his dad. So that would make a lot. His dad was, and I'm feeling hot with somebody with you with that side of the family. That somebody did pass from a massive heart attack. And you might have to do some
I have to
looking.
think, yeah.
Huh?
I'll think about that, yes.
Okay. So yeah, but everything is all healed now, and stuff like that. Just keep going back like that with the breathing, because he's just so glad that I can breathe a lot better. I'm not sure if I'm with you or with you, Jen,
Yeah.
because if both of your dads are coming, you guys wanted to hear from them.
Yeah.
That's why it's coming in like
Yeah.
this. So getting the month of October was significant with one of them. Or
October.
I'm feeling a grandmother, or someone's mom is over there. I'm feeling a mother vibration or a grandmother vibration. I don't know if I'm still with you, Vanessa, or not, but
My mother-in-law?
yeah, but I'm feeling the motherly love, and I'm feeling the grandmother that is around one of you. If I don't know if you guys even knew your grandmother,
We did.
if you did, yeah, because
Both of
I'm
them, yeah.
feeling this overpowering of love with her.
These are Grandma George.
But you didn't see that all the time with her. You know what I'm saying? Because she kept the family. You know what I'm talking about
Her
there.
grandmother.
Going up with the height. She said you got all your looks from me. Somebody's really beautiful that's over on the other side, and it's coming in like this with
grandmother?
me, with them.
Oh, Grandma Saliba would say
It'd be
that
your
too.
her grandmother, yeah.
Does that
It'd be
make
her
sense
grandmother,
to you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling a family connection with this woman that's coming through. I'm going to give that to you. Is that making sense so far?
Yes,
Because I
yes.
do see the pretty brown hair and stuff like that, and the brown eyes and everything like that. With one of them that's over there on the other
Oh,
side.
that's our grandmother,
That's
yeah.
our
That's the
grandmother.
both of
grandmother,
you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes.
She's around you too as well, but she's keeping the men in line.
Oh, that'd be...
That's Grandma
That's how,
Saliba.
and that's how she, don't go like that with sugarcoat and everything with me. I was strict.
Yeah.
But somebody had to be out of everybody because she had all the kids to take care of
Yeah.
Yep.
and stuff like that. And there's a younger female, and I got to give it to you anyways, that has been around me. And it could be someone from their generation that used to have light brown hair, actually. It was kind of a little heavy set and died when she was young and stuff like that, but I have to give it to you anyways. And she wore her hair back in a ponytail with the long, pretty ponytail. But I'm going to give that to you and put it out there.
Okay.
But your grandmother's being quite the hot ticket.
Oh.
And you know the old-fashioned rolling pins
Yeah.
with the bacon and cooking? Because she's going like this.
Yeah.
I have to make this damn bread, she's saying to me, and going like this because she's like,
Yeah.
and I had to give that to you because she's like doing that. I'm tired of cooking. I wish somebody else would take over once in a while. That would make her, because she's sharing
Yeah.
her memories with me.
Yeah.
But she loved to bake. Don't get me wrong. She loved it,
Yeah.
and she was a good cook
It was good.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because she's over there with somebody that was heavy set. A female that's heavy set on the other side. I have to give that to you
Could be her
anyways.
sisters.
Because it
Yeah.
could be her grandmother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was heavy set. So does that make
Maybe
sense?
Aunt Margaret.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're having one big family reunion
Oh,
over
there's
there.
a lot of
yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, and it's like that's just too funny.
Yeah.
And that with the wine, I feel the wine with the glass of wine with somebody like to tip the bottle a little bit with the wine and the drink and a male.
A male?
Yeah,
I'll
but I
think.
have to
Have to
give that.
think about
Think
that
about
one.
that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your dad had learned to lighten up because he's just so happy, and that I'm functionable again. So
Yeah.
and
Oh, that
stuff like that. And she said, I was fighting my own, because this is how he was. This is why it's scattered like this with me too, with the confusion in the end with him. And he's saying it's coming back with not being confused and things like that.
Yes, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, very, very good. Don't give me any information.
Okay.
Michael, can you put my graphic up? But yeah, and I have to give that to you. I have a drawing that I am going to give you guys that I did a little while ago, but nobody could understand it. But if I have it in here, it might be in my paper at home. If not, I'm going to start doing a drawing for him in a little while. But he's just, I'm glad I'm not weak anymore. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for giving my care at home, because somebody gave him the care at home for a little while.
That was my.
If with you would understand that, John?
Oh, yes.
Oh, so
Yes.
he's saying thank you so much.
Yeah.
And they were all there for me.
Wow.
And he had to give that to your dad, right?
Yes.
So they had to give that. I'm going into the month of June with something with them too, one of your dads. I'm going into the month of June with something in the family. I have to give that to you anyways, and I'm feeling a wedding or some kind of a celebration. With somebody in the family that could be over there, might not be your dad, but with somebody in the family that had passed, and I'm feeling June
that's
connection with that.
Father's anniversary with my mom. In June, they were married.
But I have to put it out there anyways with you guys. But both of your dads are really kind of quite comical. Your dad is saying, I wish she had known me when I was younger. And that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because he went through stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what he's talking about. Because I'm going to keep with him, okay? Because he's really, you know, giving me a lot of information right now, but that's how he was. One of your dads worked really hard with their job. Jen, your dad?
He did work hard.
Because he's going up, telling me to sit up straight and tall. Because he was, you know, at the height with me, you know, because he was tall and everything like that. Oh, very tall.
Yes.
And somebody's dad danced. Or I'm feeling a grandfather that danced.
Papa Saliba?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's making sense, but I do have somebody's, because I see the old black and white dancing shoes.
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask them to back off, you know, and stuff like that. But you guys were really hoping to hear from your fathers tonight.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying to me, you know. I'm getting a March birthday. There's a March birthday with somebody that's over there. And I have to give that to you anyways, and stuff like that. Your dad is so glad, like, his hands are not like this anymore, and that they can,
Oh.
if that makes sense, I could tell, but, you know, because every joint was really sore and bothering me. That's what he's making me feel, his stuff right now, and stuff like that. I'm feeling that with the brother. There's a brother over there with them, but it might be for somebody in the studio, but I'm feeling somebody's brother that's in here. But an uncle, it's somebody's brother and your family that is over there with them.
Joaquin.
Maybe
brother-in-law.
brother-in-law.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to just have to back up. But in my crew can
Brother-in-law?
understand a brother that passed away. He was 5'7", light brown hair actually, brown eyes, a little heavy set in the stature with the belly and everything like that, but it was like a real teddy bear, but had one of the mustache and the beard and everything like that. So I have to put that out there anyways, because they'll follow me home to Plymouth.
Oh, gosh.
Does that
I'm
make
thinking
sense?
of my father-in-law because he had the.
Okay, yeah, with the mustache and
He
everything.
did, yes.
Because he's around
He had
you
a
too.
belly.
Yeah, and he had a belly.
But big teddy bear type. You know what
He
I'm.
had the heart.
Oh,
He had the heart.
it's hot, right? Mm-hmm. See, and you listened though and paid attention because he was coming in around you, and I'm like sitting there going,
He did.
Oh, my word.
He had a heart attack, yes.
"Oh, that is so wonderful," because
Yeah.
he was like sitting there, because they don't let me
he wasn't that
alone
tall.
till the message, you know, the validation comes to. So he's around you too.
Father-in-law.
And you know, he said, I'm so happy because I don't have to worry about anything anymore. But you would understand exactly what he's talking about. Because you both have a bunch of people over there.
Yes.
But it's all your family that's coming through. Because like I said earlier, they're having one big reunion. My heart, boom, and gone. with him, not right away, because he had the heart issues with him.
He did have
He
heart
did.
issues.
I just
And I got a lot of, I was complaining about chest pain. And the very end of his crossing, if you don't, do you understand this?
It's, yeah.
You understand this, John?
Yes.
Okay, and that's what it was. Because his heart just boom and gone. And I went out with a bang. And somebody died near the holidays. Somebody did pass away near the holidays. I don't know if you can understand this or whatever, but I have to give that to you anyways.
Yeah, my dad died after the Christmas.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Stephen, I said, yeah. He
My
said,
dad died Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're saying happy holiday.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. 'Cause holidays were big with your family.
Yes.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? So that's why, but they're all celebrating over there.
Oh my gosh.
One of the dads was happy because you don't have to worry about the bills anymore.
Yeah.
And that would make a lot of sense to one of you about the bills and everything and being
Yeah.
organized the best they could. That's why it was left a little bit of a mess when he passed away with, stuff.
Yes.
And things like that. Well, big time and stuff. And I don't want to get, too personal.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm also seeing that somebody has a ring of his. Somebody has a piece of jewelry of a dad's. I don't know, does that make sense to you?
His jewelry or
Yeah, his jewelry.
his jewelry?
Because I'm seeing
watch?
a ring. I'm seeing a ring with somebody, unless it was the ring.
My son has
Okay,
it.
shh.
Oh.
But that's a special cleanser, and you're reading about the ring. So I had to give that to him. But he's happy about. They're happy about that because I see the wedding band. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to make sure it got into the right hands. So he's very happy that you listened. Not all of them did, though. He's saying that to me, like that to you too.
Yeah. Yes.
Does he have
And
a
that
ring?
would make a lot of
He
sense.
has it.
Wow.
He's just happy. He's very proud of you, Jen.
Oh.
And stuff like that. And your dad is too, but he wouldn't express it. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm talking
yeah.
about. And the jewelry to me is a very special piece of evidence when they do come through like that. I'm going to get going with the drawing because I'm going to try to draw that guy that came in. I'm not very good at drawing the heavy face, so just the heaviness with He's just glad I don't have my hair back. I don't have this little bits of hair. You know what I'm talking about? The guy with the beard and the mustache, you
Yeah.
know? And very, very jolly, though. Very,
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that.
I'm going like this with the
trying to
hair. This is somebody
I thought
else
it was
actually that's
Christelle,
coming
but it would not
through.
be so. No, it's got to be a father-in-law. It has to be. I just saw the picture. And
This is what I call a quick sketch in my drawing. Big eyes.
He did.
I just saw the picture of him.
Your family's too funny, though. And I see a woman, I'm feeling a grandmother vibration, and she's happy about her hope chest. One of your grandmothers had a hope chest, though, when she was young. I had to give that to you and put it out there.
Yes, Mom.
And she's glad she's got her beautiful head of hair back. And she would always wear it back, of course, in the bun-like type of thingy. You might not know about that, but because you wore it down long, because it was so pretty, and things like that. But when she was younger, she used to wear it back. And if you guys got to take that with you,
Didn't you always have her hair back?
Grandma?
Your grandma.
and I'm glad that they were coming through for you, because this guy is funny as
Yeah.
he's colorful with the words, by the way, and I can't say those things on the air. Okay, thank you. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, you?
I'm very good, thank you. Have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay, so yes if you understand, no if you don't when I get going with you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and I do have a mom that's around you, a grandmother figure that's around you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I'm feeling a motherly vibration with you, Lisa.
Yes.
Because I'm feeling it's either your mom or somebody had heart failure.
Yes.
That was due to the crossing. Thank you for validating that for me. I'm getting average height with mom.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the old style, you know the old style dresses they used to wear back in her day?
Yes.
She's wearing that, and I see the old style apron too with her.
Yeah.
And she's just glad that she can do stuff, and she's reading a good book, by the way. I just wanted to let you know that.
Yes.
Her hair was thinned out just like we all do when you age and everything, but everything had to be just so and just really perfect with her, where every single curl had to be in place. Does this make sense?
Yes.
I love her energy because she just cannot stop smiling. I gave it to these guys a couple of minutes ago, but would you understand a hope chest?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very, very much, because your mom was around. Your mom is over there, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But I'm seeing the hope chest, and I'm seeing some of her jewelry is in the hope chest still.
Yep.
And I'm seeing a pendant, like a cameo pendant that's in the hope chest. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, because you open it up, and when you open the hope chest up, you think about her all the time, and you get a little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
And she's saying not to be sad about her passing. And would the month of October mean anything to you?
It's her birthday.
Would it mean anything to one of you guys? Would the month of October mean anything to you, Lisa?
It's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. You see, that's just her way of validating, because you guys celebrate it when her birthday comes around.
Right.
And so I'm glad you could take all this, because she was around me in the studio and things like that. She was wanting to thank somebody because it was hard for her just at the very end of it, like we all do when we age. We needed a little bit of help. But she wanted to thank you for helping her.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Her mouth got dry, and you used to help her, like, to give her water and ice. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And you used to pray with her.
Yeah.
Because I see you sitting next to her bed, praying with her, doing the rosary or whatever your beliefs were. Does that make sense too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Praying the rosary?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the blue rosary beads.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. And you still have those.
Yes.
And that's safely tucked away in the hope chest.
Yes.
She's saying, again, I'm going with the breathing, that thank you for the care you gave her at home, because she was at home when just before she died, she had a lot of care at home.
Yeah.
She's saying thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me die with dignity. She's telling me to tell you that.
Right.
And she's with I'm saying, I've gave it to this guy's earlier, but I see a younger female that's around her with light brown hair, a little heavy set, like about 5'5". Does that make sense to you, Lisa?
Yeah.
She wore her hair back in a ponytail.
Yeah.
She's around you, and she's, been around me. She came to me the other day. Did your mom or your grandfather lose money on the floor? And lose money?
I don't recall that.
Your father? Yeah. No, because I have somebody that's still around me showing me the coins that they lost and would leave them on the floor.
Ah, I don't remember
If
that.
you don't understand, that's okay. But the young girl's doing really well, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm feeling there was a cancer issue with one of them.
Yeah.
She's a young girl.
Yeah.
So thank you. She said, I'm not sick anymore.
Okay.
And I want to say thank you for the hospice care. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
I'm so glad. She was so happy about that. And everybody still misses the young girl because she was very bubbly and everybody loved her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's making sense to you? They're all around. And I'm glad your mom gave me the clencher, by the way, earlier, so I'm thanking Mom for that.
Yeah.
Would you understand I'm giving this to you anyways. I know it's a common name, but a rose.
Yeah.
No, oh, and I'm feeling there's a rose for you guys too. I don't know if there's a rose with you guys too, but I know Lisa could understand the rose. So thank you for validating the name, Lisa.
Yeah.
And that's really wonderful. Your family's all around you. You went above and beyond the call of duty with your family.
Yes.
And you felt like you still felt like you didn't do enough. She's telling me that. And she's saying she did so much for me. Words can ever express. The younger female that's with her, she's with your mom.
Okay.
And I'm seeing sweaters with your mom. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know the old-fashioned Irish knit sweaters?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the buttons, they don't make them like that anymore, she's telling me to tell you.
Right, right.
She doesn't need to wear them anymore. She's not cold anymore.
That's good.
That's so good to know, because you still have some of her sweaters, by the way.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and she's saying when you put one on, she's repping herself. Her message to you is when you put one of my sweaters on, she's repping you with love from heaven.
Yeah, thank you.
And she's also telling me to say to you, thank you for keeping my rosary beads. And I'm seeing a wedding band.
Yeah.
You still have the wedding band, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And thank you for that. She's very happy about that, and she's sharing her memories with me. She loves being around you guys, and you miss her with the up-and-coming Mother's Day coming up in May.
Always, yeah.
When you go to the ocean, and this is going to make a lot of sense, you look up at the sky, and you said, Mom, I hope you're listening in when you say prayers to her. Does that make sense?
Always. Yeah.
It does?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, because I'm seeing somebody let balloons go at the ocean, by the way.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, because she's seeing that, and that's just her way of validating, I am listening in from heaven. Hello from heaven to you.
Yeah.
And she can't stop smiling.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful. And the young girl's doing good too, and you got to let people know that she's good and all healed with her cancer. There was just nothing that the doctors could do for her anymore.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And that's who's around you tonight. And I don't know if you have any questions for me, but they're just extending all this love, and your mother's hands are nice and warm now. And she's so glad she's back to we all like to look good when we die, but she's glad she went back to looking at her younger stuff, because she was beautiful when she was young.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So she's smiling, and be happy and celebrate their lives and stuff like that. Find out who the rose is, okay?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I'm also feeling a Mary connection that's on the other side for you too.
Yes.
Thank you for validating the Mary. And she's around you too. And I just want to extend you with lots of love.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, and that's you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why I don't like to know anything, and, you know, and stuff like that, because sometimes the names are like, oh my God, that doesn't make sense. But then later on, you might find out a piece of information that, oh my God, she was right. But it's not about me. I'm just the in-between person between the worlds. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
yes.
this is how they make me feel when they had, like your dad had the breathing issues and stuff like that. I got to finish drawing this nice gentleman for you guys too. Little bit pudgy in the nose, not a lot though, you know. Actually very thin. And your family, they're just too funny. Oh, and your dad squared himself away on the other side, just to let you know that. I'm all healed, whole, and healthy. You needed to hear that too from Dad.
Yes.
I'm seeing lasagna. with one of the does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm saying she's making me hungry. What time is supper? And your grandmother was really good.
Oh, yeah.
And the sausages and the homemade meatballs or the whole works.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't need this. I don't have the stress anymore with having to do all that stuff for the family. It's just too funny. And it's something about your families because they're all together, like I had said to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, they were like, they're so bubbly. Except for your dad.
And that would be funny if they're hanging out right now together.
Right?
Okay. Hi, Philip. Welcome to Whispers from the Other Side.
Hello, Karen. How are you?
How are you tonight?
Fine, thank you.
Could you just speak up a little bit louder?
Yes, I said fine, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Have you ever been to a medium before?
I have.
Okay, so I'm not going to explain and get on to all that stuff. And let's cut to the chase with your reading, okay?
Okay.
Because today's Father's Day in the studio, by the way. And I'm feeling a father vibration that's around you.
Yes.
You can understand that. That's good. Because your dad's around you from the other side. And he's actually wasn't always, funny and everything. He was like kind of strict a little bit.
Yes.
And stuff like that. I'm feeling somebody had lung cancer.
Yes.
That would make sense with you and
It
stuff
does.
like that, because I'm feeling your dad.
It does.
Yeah, because he had lung cancer. And there was just nothing that anyone could do. And I'm feeling the average height of a fellow with him.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm getting light colored eyes with him. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so I'm feeling like hazel blue.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad about that. He just said, I'm glad I don't have to take my medication anymore, and that would make a lot of sense to you?
It does.
Because he didn't like having medicines at all
True.
and stuff like that. And yeah, I just, he was quite the storyteller, by the way, and you would understand that too? Yeah, I'm being colorful with the words again, but I can't say, but you know what I'm talking about with what your dad's saying?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I'm feeling military with somebody with you in the family.
Oh, yes.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, because somebody still has the American flag.
True.
Yep, and that's really awesome, because that to me is a special clincher in the reading. Sometimes it could be general. It's just your dad's sharing memories with me right now, so I just have to fill you in on that part of it. But he's just happy that he could serve the country.
Oh, yes.
How awesome. And there's some medals with him, by the way. Not a
There
lot,
are.
just a couple.
There are. Yes.
Yep. And so that's really good. And I'm seeing a Purple Heart.
No, his brother.
Okay, because I do have somebody that has medals that had a Purple Heart that got wounded in the service. Just let you know that. But I'm letting your dad continue to speak. He's just happy that everything is good. It wasn't always hunky-dory, though, with him either. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
And he's also saying, my eye vision is better now. I can see so much clearer than what I could see before I passed away, and you would understand that, too. Thank you.
Interesting.
Yes, and he's doing good. And I'm feeling a female that's around you, too. Is there a grandmother over there for you on the other side as well?
There are.
Yeah? Because they're together over there.
Okay.
And your dad is funny, though. He's saying, I'm enjoying being at the beach when I could be at the beach, and I'm seeing fishing with somebody over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was very good at fishing, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can understand that?
I could.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. 'Cause he said, I got stuff for you, and that would make a lot of sense to you.
Right.
When he used to, bring the fish home. I have to give that to you anyways. If it doesn't make sense to you, somebody in the family will understand that, okay?
Okay. Okay.
And your dad's glad I don't smoke anymore because now the cigarettes are expensive. Because somebody
Yeah.
was a smoker for you that's on the other side.
Right. Okay.
And, okay, so yeah. And that's all I'm getting that's coming through for you. I'm going into a month of June when somebody's passing.
No.
Okay,
June?
but I just got to put that out there if anyone can understand. I have a young male, you can understand this too, let me know. I have a young male that died when he was 19 years old who passed away in June. I'm feeling 5'6" with his height, but his passing was very quick due to being the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know if that's how makes sense to you, but I just have to put it out there.
Okay.
Okay, so I just putting it out there, but that's who I have around you is your dad because you're hoping to hear from your dad the most tonight.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not going to say everything was always great because it wasn't always great. And, that's what you were hoping to hear, if that makes
Right.
sense. But he worked really hard when he could and everything.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense, so that's good. That's saluting you from the other side. I have to give that to you with the military stuff.
Okay.
And he used to talk about military stuff, but he couldn't always talk about it because there was a lot of stuff that he saw. Would that make sense to you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And that's who I have that's around you, and I just don't want to go making up anything if that's okay.
Oh, that's fine.
But in the month of June, go celebrate his life, not his passing, and that would make sense to you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you. Jen.
welcome. I love when they do that, especially when they serve, because our heroes, our heroes on any country, really, and you see stuff in the service and you can't always talk about it and stuff like that.
Right.
So I knew that he did see stuff, his dad, so it was like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was like coming in like that with him. I'm getting thicker eye lashes. That's why I'm going like this with him.
It's like Dad.
I know.
Did you get that?
Yeah, the eyes, right away.
I'm going to show you the drawing.
Right?
I have like goosebumps.
I think it looks like my dad.
You understand who this is?
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
was saying that when
It's going to be my gift to you guys. So you guys
Wow.
can, you understand this, John?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. When
I
you
had goosebumps.
when just the shape of the
Yeah,
head, I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah, because I said, I'm not really used to drawing heavyset people,
Wow.
so I'm glad that came in that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad because, it's just, he was quite the character. Quite the
was.
character.
He was.
And he got into trouble. Sometimes at the bar with the women. If you don't understand that, find out from somebody
Ask
in the
your mother.
family.
Oh, that's my mother.
Okay.
maybe
He doesn't need
when
to-
he was younger.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, because he got kicked out.
Dad?
Yeah, he did.
Could have. Ask
I
your
don't
That's
know.
going to make sense to somebody in the
I'll have
family.
to find out, Nat.
I'm going to give this to you guys anyways, but I'm feeling an Anthony. If not, it could be for someone at home, but I got to put an Anthony out there.
Wow.
Right?
And so everybody at home, if that's okay with you guys.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I want to give this to you. Like I said, you guys can talk amongst yourselves who wants a drawing.
Yeah.
What's his
You got to spray it a little bit. I'm going to just do a little bit more work with them.
No?
I don't think so.
A-N-T.
Paul's middle name, but
Oh.
that looks like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow, yeah, it does.
Wow.
Just,
Yeah.
just when you,
Just, yeah.
the shape.
The eyes. Oh, the
Yeah,
eyebrows.
my dad had beautiful green eyes.
Yeah, oh, this is good.
I think it is. Looks,
Yeah. He had something with his eyes too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you people didn't know everything.
Well, I got that surgery. Remember they used to
You know, yeah,
twinkle?
and stuff like that. But I'm glad I'm going to give it to you as a
Holy
gift.
moly.
And
Yeah.
when you got to spray it a little bit with the thing, I'm just going to fix his chubby right down here a little bit. The best I can do, anyways.
Yeah.
Men have the round and
Very
face.
round.
You don't have to do
Yeah.
any more.
Yeah.
It is like,
Big Bobby. Wow, it's really. That's just right.
I
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to give him now. I have, if it's okay with you, because I want to share.
Absolutely.
Jen's was my aerobics instructor, and years ago she said to me, we're going way back, okay?
Long time.
And who's around me, Karen? It's going to be in my reread book, but I can't say too much about the book. But I didn't have anybody. I said, gym class is going to start, and I want to give this to you guys as a gift.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll sign it at the bottom. And I was going, and just because her friend has come to me on and off and stuff like that. And he had trouble with the writing at the end.
He did.
So that's why, thank you. And I'm going to put a smiley face on because there's something about being happy that I have to, that would make sense to you too. Don't worry, be happy.
Thank you, Karen. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. It's just, right? Looks so much like him.
yeah.
Oh, can I show everybody at home?
Of course.
But anyways, I'm going to get the other drawing. I have her friend. So during gym class, all of a sudden, halfway through it, I started feeling a blow to my head, and I was like, oh my God. And I said I had to stop for a minute. I had to make sure nobody was looking, because you don't want people calling 911 when they didn't have to. And I went over to Jenna afterwards, and this kind soul, and she actually came in again. Then I have another drawing I'm going to show you guys too.
Yeah.
Of your friend, but I knew she had long hair at one time, okay, and stuff like that. And she dyed it, but it was darker. You know, not dark, not totally dark, but you know what I'm saying. It was a lighter color with her. But this is your friend that came through, and she's saying. So I went over to Jen after class. Well, this was blah 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 and blah blah blah. A couple of years ago. It was on Jen's birthday. I was on the bus ride. Could be very interesting sometimes on the way home. And she started coming through to me on the bus. And sometimes they will do this to me too and come back on the paper. And I did this a couple of shows back, if I have the drawing here or not. But I loved her energy. I'm just not sharing too much because it's in my rewritten book. They were very close.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody can understand this one or not too, but I'm gonna put him out here anyways. If anybody can understand, because these souls come home with me. And if you don't understand, that's okay.
Think so? He was younger, maybe?
I'm gonna share at home.
To think about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay though.
I'll
because
put a
you was the
younger
one that
picture.
wanted to come through the most in the paper.
I think,
He could make a younger version.
Yeah. But I want to give this to you too, John.
thank
Here you
you.
go. Susan does make herself known from time to time with
Oh,
me. Especially around the birthday time too, because I know you guys used to celebrate each other's birthdays.
Yes, yes.
And that was a big deal. And she got right back up on the horse again.
Oh, wow.
It didn't stop her from, you know,
I'm not
because
surprised.
she loved animals. She was a big animal lover.
She was.
Yeah, I don't have the drawing with me, but that's okay. But I need to give this to you. I gave you the blank piece of paper, but then you can cover her so she stays safe and sound with you.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for validating this for me. That's too funny.
Big puppy.
Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
That
welcome.
looks so much like
That
that.
is, wow.
And if anybody can understand who this is, I have them safe and sound with me.
I'll pull an older picture.
I'm telling you.
And I do have you guys can't understand, I'm going to put it out there for people watching. I do have a child that drowned in the water and stuff like that. And I'm just feeling the older style haircut. It was feeling like 70s related with, if anybody can understand this at home, with light blonde hair. And it was parted on the side, and it was a little curly. He had blue eyes, but he just drowned really fast. So I have to put it out there. I don't know if you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything. I want to know anything because the energy kind of like just. Oh, and there's a baby over there.
A baby.
There's a baby a baby. Does that make sense? There was a baby that somebody lost in a miscarriage.
I
Your
did.
baby's fine. The baby's with your dad on the other side.
Wow.
You know, so when I give those anyways, because somebody said, well, that happens to anybody. But I said, you know what? But the person who misses the baby is the one that, you know, is the one that's wanting, because it's like a loss, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
and things
yes.
like that. But the baby's not alone.
Oh, wow.
They're with Dad. They're with Dad over there. So just to let you know that.
wow.
Because I call them little angels.
Oh,
You know, and so
yes.
it just wasn't my time to come into the world yet. And you
Wow.
know, so when I wasn't ready, and that does make sense to you and stuff
It
like
does,
that.
yes.
So that's really wonderful. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that too with me, because they're all together, like I said. Your dad is saying to thank everybody anyways.
Okay.
But there are people in the family that need to hear this though too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling somebody had mouth issues too, just before that crossing with sore teeth. Yeah, I have to give that to you, Vanessa.
He could.
Couldn't talk. Oh, yeah.
He couldn't eat.
He couldn't eat.
Jen?
No,
No, my
Okay,
dad.
Okay. Is your dad?
Yeah.
Because he's saying it's not sore anymore, but it really was very painful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and very, very painful and stuff like that. And it just got infected and everything like that. So I had to give that to you because I'm glad you can understand that. But I'm all back to my old self. So I had to give you that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And things like that. So that's really, really good because he's saying, again, he's going back to sorry. I don't mean to repeat myself. But you know, you just needed to hear.
Yes.
This is so important for you to
Yes.
hear that. So that's why you needed to hear it again from him. And he's saying, I'm just glad, like, nothing's dry anymore because I'm feeling dehydration
Oh, yes.
with them and everything like that. So I'm not dehydrated anymore
Oh, good.
and stuff like that. So, you know, and stuff like that. So I just had to give that little extra from him, too, with your dad. I'm seeing a watch with somebody's dad.
My son
You
has.
can understand that?
Yes.
Because I'm, you know, the older style watch, you know, the older style watches, you know, because that,
Dad.
Your dad had quite a few watches then.
yeah, and that's
Couple
good. So
of
thank you. Okay, but yeah, so that's who I'm getting. That's around you guys tonight. So happy family
I was hoping to
reunion.
hear from Dad.
No, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. So I'm glad
Yeah.
about that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's grandmother had a hard time hearing. I don't know if it could be a great grandmother, but somebody's grandmother had a hard time hearing. So I got to put that out there.
Nana, towards the end, Paul's grandma.
Oh, Paul.
Okay, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know if you guys have any questions for me or want to know anything.
Any questions?
I don't know.
I'm just amazed.
That's okay. Oh, but I do want to share this with you. When they come back like Susan, it's repetition because they are trying to get a message. So when people come back like that, repetition, that's why. Because they're trying to get a message to someone in the family. I don't know if
Gotcha.
you still keep in touch with the family or not or whatever, but
It's one of the sisters.
yeah, because, you know, they just sometimes wonder, you know, like, what if I got to grow up and, you know, get married, all that stuff. And she just wanted to say, I'm fine, that's okay. She's over it. But that's how she was, though. You know,
She was.
with her personality. Yeah, just, you know,
Yeah.
I can't be colorful with the words on the air, though, Susan. It happens. You know exactly what she's talking about,
yeah.
so I have to give that to you, too. But I want to thank you guys for sharing your loved ones with me. Thank you so much. I feel very blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, very, very blessed that you guys could share everybody with me. And thank you for coming on.
Thank
the
you for
show.
having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Thank you for sharing, though, you know, and I want to thank my crew for all the help and QATV staff and board of directors for helping, you know, making my show possible. And suicide's not the answer to anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to talk about suicide because, like I said to you guys before the show started, I'd like to talk about that on my show because, you know, the holidays are coming up again too and stuff like that. It's a big suicide time of the year. So just to let you guys know that. And just to let you know, during celebrate their life, not their death, because they don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Lisa's mom with the balloons and everything at the ocean and everything
Yeah.
like that. And I want to thank Lisa and the other guy that called and stuff like that. Philip. I get confused sometimes too because sometimes I'm still feeling them and with the way they died when they, you know, came. And our loved ones are gone, but not forgotten, and just a thought away. And I wish everybody lots of love and light and kind of pay attention to that when I say that because life is really too short. You just don't know when things are going to happen in life with people. Sometimes we get called home sooner. Because I know as a parent, it's like really hard when you lose a child or a teenager or a young adult due to being in the wrong place at the wrong time, like that person was that was around me earlier, just trying to help somebody out and just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So just take that extra time. You know, people, places, things. You know what? You guys know what I'm talking about and stuff like that. A good father gave me that good advice a couple of years ago. It's not worth it. It's not, you know, worth, you know, because then a medium like, you know, like me has to be the go-between, but I'm not a counselor or anything like that. I'm just between the vessels and the worlds. And thank you guys for letting your loved ones speak with me tonight, too, so they could get the message across to you guys, too,
that's
as
exciting.
well. And that's really wonderful. So, you know, I feel very blessed and honored that you guys could, you know, come on too.
Yeah.
And taking the
That
time off
drawing
your
is
very busy
amazing.
schedule.
I keep looking at it.
That is something. And take a little spray and come in like this because of the throat in the end. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, it's not dry anymore. I can go out and have a good drink.
Yeah.
Drinks around the house.
Yeah.
I had to give that to you, but that would make sense to you too.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I, you know, again, thanking my crew. Thanks, guys. And Michelle, I hope you're not in the studio using up all the ink, or you're going to have to pay John back and stuff like that, because she goes downstairs and goes on the computer and everything like that.
Yeah.
Some family support, but I had to draft her to come on. Oh, and if anybody would like to come on my show, just feel free to call the station up. and things like that to let them know, you know, because I'm always looking for people to come on. If you're not camera shy, because my other friends in Plymouth, you guys know who I'm talking about. You're all camera shy and stuff like that. I said, you don't have to watch yourself, but, you know, I'm just feel very blessed that I could share your loved ones. And our loved ones are gone, but not forgotten, and just thought away, and extending lots of love and eternal love, you know, from the other side. And now that the nice weather's coming, you can get out a little bit more often and exercise. And stuff like that. Stretch your legs out and just enjoy the nice spring air, you know.
True.